Well, if I beat Shademan again, that would imply re-dead, but if he's a vampire undead, put him together, he's unre-dead? Shademan is an unloved book. What a bizarre little architectural nothing. What is that room? Wubba wubba wubba. Still looks neat. And it's the final boss! It's the final boss. It's the boss. Oh, fine. It's, walking toward me very slowly. This would be an opportune time to run away. We don't need to fight this thing. I'm getting a vague Dia de los Muertos vibe. It's slightly festive with a maybe sombrero on top. In a refreshing twist, the stage that looks like the last one actually is the last one, though more because you'll probably die and give up on it than because there isn't another stage after this. Hey! Do not take after Big Eddie. He is a bad influence. Look, Skull Kids, go back to the Lost Woods where you belong. Blah! Why are there more babies? Remember that discussion about controlling the battlefield? That's key here. Wily's little minions are ridiculously sturdy, and they're a distraction. By the time you take them out, you've probably missed an opportunity to goof around behind the boss. Or hit the boss. Whatever your priorities are. If you're gonna attack the minions, take them down quickly. Use Junk Shield, nothing else is nearly as effective. Or avoid them as best you can. Focus your attention on Wily, and it's okay to let an opportunity slip to hit him if it's for the sake of safety. What's more important than anything else is surviving this battle with at least half a bar of health left, if not more, because the next battle hinges on your performance in this one. I love that look of surprise on Wily's face. I just remembered I forgot to take my soap operas! Now, between phases, there's a lull of about 30 seconds where you're not being attacked. If you're fast, you can get not one, but 2 items out of Rush Search. Watch! That's not what I meant. Whereas the lesser power-ups will spoil and disappear after a moment, if you dig up an E-Tank, W-Tank, or S-Tank, preferably in the corners where you're not liable to run over them by accident, they'll stay there for the entire battle until you need them. Huh, what do you know? The Banana Peel Trail does lead to Dr. Wily. Anyway, Ape, if you come into this battle fully maxed on everything, and fortune smiles upon thee when Rush is digging up treasure, you've potentially got 8 full health bars, wah! To use against this boss's 1 health bar, which is still barely acceptable odds. This final boss is widely considered to be one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult, in the classic series, if not the entire franchise. The average player, on average, will trade Wily shot for shot, which is problematic because he does way more damage to you than you can do to him. The most basic strategy is one of attrition. Come in with enough energy to be able to trade him shot for shot and still live to see Mega Man 8. This is accomplished by maxing out on extra lives and EW and S tanks before coming to this stage, saving all of the tanks for this battle, and using your extra lives as free energy refills everywhere else before this battle. If you die, the Robot Masters you've defeated don't come back, but you do with full health. An intermediate strategy is to use your special weapons extensively, which is one of the reasons why this insanely difficult final boss is one of my favorites in the series. A fully charged Wily coil can hit Dr. Wild, reverse those, anywhere on the screen, and it does the most damage out of any of the weapons you can use on him. Freeze Cracker, Super Adapter, fully charged, and the Mega Buster, fully charged, also work, so you've got some options and leeway in your strategy. Thunderbolt is uniquely wonderful in that it doesn't damage Wily, but if you hit him with it early enough, it'll negate his orb attack. Well, those are orbs, but those are easy to dodge. It'll cancel the horrible orbs that are extremely tough to dodge. They're horrible. Dodging them is an advanced strategy. The orbs come in 3 varieties, ouch, and mommy! They also chase you, which is difficult but can be used to your advantage. You'll notice the orbs move in 3 stages: launch, track, go in for the kill. When they launch, get into a position that gives you room to maneuver. In the pause between each phase, start moving into a new position so that they're always 1 step behind you, or get hit! It's completely up to you. It takes quick reflexes and a lot of practice to get to the point where you can reliably dodge them, but if you're gonna get hit, you gotta at least make them work for it. So, don't go into this battle expecting you're going to win on the first or second try. Treat it as a practice exercise, get good at this fight. Once you're confident that you've got a decent shot at defeating the boss, then go all out with the tanks. Krakoom, thoom, ba-boom, and other tank noises. If you're gonna use anything, use everything. And don't worry about conserving your weapon energy. 4 W tanks and an S tank should be plenty to keep you topped off. I like that Wily built a mechanical arm into the back of the capsule, whose sole purpose is to dramatically pull away an invisibility cloak. This guy is classy. This guy is almost done for. Victory is assured. I am unstoppable. I am on fire. I am on fire. That concludes my demonstration of what the various orbs can do to you. Now, that's enough playing around. Let's finish this. Snowflake! 2 consecutive final bosses canceled on account of snow. So sad. Boo-hoo. Kaboom. Congratulations. You just beat Mega Man 7. Finally. Hey, more Star Trek. The background kind of looks like the warp core from the Enterprise D.
Okay, I give up. Sorry about all the trouble. I'll go quietly. Into the next room, which is filled with death traps and giant robots for killing you.
I don't trust you, Wily.
Fine, you can come with me and see for yourself.
I'm gonna do what I should have done years ago.
Bake me a pie? Please tell me you want to bake me a pie? You forget, Mega Man. Robots cannot harm humans. That.
I am more than a robot! Die, Wily!
I think he's gonna do it, but if he did, that would be disastrous. No force on Earth could stop him. So, time out, young Mega Man. Go sit in the capsule for 30 years and think about what you almost did. Hey, Yoga Inferno, we might want to redo this scene later. It was supposed to be I gonna do what I should have done, not I'm gonna do.
I gonna do?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I was ad-libbing too. Next time, we'll do it exactly as scripted.
I gonna do? Whoa.
Yeah, people take us more seriously. Wait, if that's treble, that means I get to try out my new bass voice!
Too late, Mega Man!
Weird, that sounds more like Dash Jump than I was expecting. Yeah, just go with it.
He who hesitates is lost! We shall return!
Oh, don't forget about that.
Dude.
Almost.
Brah.
No!
Dude.
That one. And yes, I have been standing so that my hand and foot fit perfectly in line, with the ridgy bits in the background. Thank you for noticing. Bass must have knocked over the cool explosion machine as he was teleporting away. This cutscene's similar to the end of Mega Man 3 with, again, some influence from Mega Man X. Some people might find Mega Man's behavior out of character, and indeed, the Japanese version has Mega Man pondering Wily's words instead of getting ready to fire, which is why he stops charging his buster. Nice! But I think Mega Man is understandably murderous and in conflict with his programming here. He'd been tricked before, but never betrayed like this. He trusted Bass, and that trust almost got his human creator killed. Wily and Bass crossed a line, and trusting that it won't happen again isn't good enough. Oh yeah, Professor F, leader of the F-Men. You know, all the rejects, like Kitty Shane, Mid-Afternoon Crawler, Hanky McCoy, Single Man, and Jubilee. If you're playing this game as part of the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, first of all, I'm impressed at your ability to multitask watching this at the same time. Second of all, I'm sorry. This game has, in my opinion, one of the best endings in the entire classic series. Fiery explosion, cool graphics, great music. It's right up there alongside Mega Man 5's ending music. But in the Anniversary Collection, this is black screen with text. All of the graphics are not there because they couldn't get the technology to work right. To me, that's kind of like saying, we have 8 of your favorite stuffed animals and 2 that you didn't know you had, but you also, I'm sure, you'll like. We're going to put them all on a shelf that we made just for you, but we can't actually make all of them sit right, so we're gonna cut off this one's tail. Maki! Tatsunoko versus Capcom's very tall man. That's impressive. He's grown 47 centimeters since Mega Man 2. I think that's another reason I like this ending so much, because of all of the fun names there are. They're fun to read, they're fun to say out loud, which I may or may not do, so please don't take offense, I'm just having fun. Wow, a scroll designer? I didn't realize they were still writing the game code on parchment this late in the series. Once again, I am impressed. So, to recap and synthesize a lot of what I've said about Mega Man... which one are we on now? 7? 7. As a standalone game, Mega Man 7 is solid. Detailed graphics, fun sound effects, energetic music, responsive controls, memorable character designs, varied challenges, interesting locations, creative weapons and utilities, above-average replay value, and a simple yet compelling storyline that drives the gameplay. Hardly the kind of throwaway premise the genre is known for. The game's not flawless, the opening cutscene drags on a bit, the dialogue is inconsistently skippable and prone to glaring grammatical errors, the shop interface is clunky, the level design isn't always as tight as it could be. There's some wasted potential with some of the challenges, and Slashman is a jerk! But Slashman notwithstanding, these are more symptomatic of a rushed production than bad game design. Katsuya Oh No's! On its merits as an SNES platformer, Mega Man 7 is very good. As a Mega Man game, Mega Man 7 is trickier to judge. If you've played the NES games, it's an unusual sequel. The graphics are too big, and the controls are all wrong, and the instrument set is weird. If you've played Mega Man X, it feels like a step backward in many ways. However, if you look at how Mega Man 7 fits into the bigger picture of sequels and spin-offs, the game becomes an admirable balancing act. In a sense, the true sequel to Mega Man 6 is not Mega Man 7, but rather Mega Man X. Sure, the story and characters and abilities are all different, but the overall feel of the game is exactly what you'd expect from a well-established NES series being updated for the SNES. At the same time, you've got a quintet of oft-overlooked Game Boy games that are exactly what you'd expect from trying to jam a well-established NES series into the confines of an early portable console. Instead of directly copying Mega Man X and making classic Mega Man look like an underpowered wimp by comparison, Mega Man 7 takes the Game Boy games as a template and updates them for the SNES, pulling in a few story and gameplay elements from the NES games and the X series for a greater sense of continuity with the entire franchise. Ippo. At a glance, Mega Man 7 might look like an unfortunate misstep for the series, but upon closer examination, it's a game that makes the most of having its identity stolen by a predecessor/spin-off. I like the game. It rests comfortably in the mid-high range on my ever-fluctuating list of favorite Mega Man games, near Mega Man 2. It's different, but its heart is in the right place, and I think it's been judged too harshly on the basis of what it is not. Look, Helper M, short for Helper Monkey! That makes multiple monkeys in this video. We have achieved monkeys. Finally, the next video is done. This message has been paid for by the Council for Obscure References, encouraging you to watch all of Gemini Laser's videos, including the ones you didn't think you'd need to. Exhausted, Bass gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight Mega Man again before he finds his answer. Unfortunately, this is the last game in the classic series where I feel Capcom had a clear direction for the franchise. Look at the way the story and gameplay progressed. Mega Man 1, Wily tries to take over the world. You're a robot, blow stuff up. Mega Man 2, you blew stuff up. Wily's back for revenge. Have 2 more bosses, a new power-up, more support utilities. Mega Man 3, Wily's come to his senses. Combine those utilities into a new companion. Have some plot. Have a brother! Wily dies. Mega Man 4, new villain, upgraded weapon. Plot twist, Wily's alive. Have another fortress. Mega Man 5, Proto Man's a villain after all, but wait, he's not. Work with last game's villain in the instruction manual to save your creator. Upgrade your weapon again and have a new companion. Mega Man 6, upgrade Rush. Wily was never the bad guy at all. This is the final showdown. Oh, it's Wily again. Put him behind bars. Mega Man 7, Wily escapes. Upgrade Rush again. Go shopping. Do cool stuff with weapons. Try the new stage select. Have a new nemesis. Start to blossom into complex characters. Mega Man 8. Evil space MacGuffin? Throw water balloons, take a swim, go sledding, kick a soccer ball, see a clown, hate the clown, really hate the clown. It's like I'm a child again. They're still fun to be had from here on out, but I can only imagine how much better it would be if that beautiful arc of gameplay and story expansion had continued from here. Oh, and that was another Mega Man 4 throwback, that old-timey photograph effect. So here we are! It's the end of Mega Man 7! I mean, the end of the end. Once again, I'm Nathaniel Hoover, aka Gemini Laser. Special thanks once more to my wife Z-Saber and my friends Dash Jump and Yoga Inferno for their vocal contributions. Thank you, loyal viewers, for waiting 3 years to see this playthrough to completion. Or about an hour 45 if you're new here. Those numbers at the bottom look suspicious, maybe like a password. Maybe we'll try it out in the inevitable bonus video. And remember what we say. Hey, don't fade out on me yet. We say,
Don't get eliminated!
Eliminated!